In this video, I'm going to walk you step by step how to calculate your Social Security benefits. Now, by being able to calculate your own benefits, you can be much more precise in estimating your future benefit. This is going to allow you to change your future earnings, either up or down. You can control how long you're working, and you'll get a much more accurate estimate than what the Social Security Administration provides. It is worth noting, the Social Security does provide a personalized estimate, but their estimate for many may not be that accurate. Social Security will take your historical earnings record, and then they're going to project your future earnings. And that future projection is the primary weakness. Whatever your Social Security wages and income was in the prior year, they project that all the way forward to retirement as your future wages. And obviously that can be very inaccurate. If you had a low earning year, if you're early in your career, or if you had an abnormally high earning year, extra bonuses, extra jobs, something like that, or if you're not going to work all the way to retirement, a lot of these variables could have a big impact. So let's walk through how you would actually calculate it. First of all, I would set up a spreadsheet, and I would have the years and then your nominal earnings in the first column, then an indexing factor, and then your indexed earnings. Indexed earnings are basically your inflation adjusted earnings we'll use. Now, once we kind of have your basic spreadsheet set up, we're going to go to the Social Security Administration website and retrieve your full earnings record. So this is going to give you all your historical earnings that they have on file for you. Second thing is we need to get your indexing factors. And your indexing factors are going to be based on the future year or the past year that you turned 62. So again, if you go to the Social Security Administration website, you can easily request them to provide your indexing factors for you. Put in the year you turned 62 and they will provide those indexing factors for you. In this example, I've put in the year 2024 for a hypothetical retiree retiring this year, or turning 62 this year. So kind of see those indexing factors here. Add those to your spreadsheet. One thing I want you to note with these indexing factors, if you look in 2022, the indexing factor is set to 1. That is because when you turn age 60, the Social Security Administration stops indexing your benefits to inflation. So anything earned at 60, 61, all the way up to when you grab that benefit, those are not going to be adjusted for inflation. So just something worth noting. And that's why we're seeing it in 2022 for our hypothetical retiree who's going to be 62 in 2024. So third step is calculating your indexed earnings. So this is pretty easy. We're just going to multiply those nominal earnings in the first column by the indexing factor in the second column. And that's going to give us your indexed earnings. Now, to use the Social Security Administration fancy verbiage, we're going to calculate your average index monthly earnings. So this is called AIME or AIME. To calculate this, we need to add up your highest 35 years. So you want to go through all your historical earnings and, if needed, projected future earnings, and add up the highest 35. So in the example that we're using here, all these indexed earnings in red were the lowest. So all the ones in black are the highest 35. So we threw out the ones in red, and that gives us our highest 35. So in this case, the total, about 2.2 million. Then we're going to divide by 420. Why 420? That is just 12 months times 35 years. So number of months in 35 years. So now we have the AIME number. Next, we're going to go to the Social Security website and retrieve your bend points. So this is going to help us calculate your actual primary insurance amount or Social Security benefit. So go to the Social Security website, grab the bend points for your year, and we're going to use those in the formula next. So in my example, again, we're assuming 62 in 2024. So our two bend points are 1,174 and 7,078. Step 6 is applying the primary insurance amount formula to AIME. Now, your primary insurance amount is your Social Security benefit at full retirement age. PIA, primary insurance amount formula, equals 90% of AIME up to the first bend point. So in this example, 1,174, plus 32% of AIME up between the first bend point and the second bend point. And then the final is 15% of the AIME over the second bend point. Now, in my example, all of our AIME is used up before the second bend point. So there is no 15%. So in our example, we have 90% times 1,174. So that gives us 1,056, almost 1,057. Then we have 32% times 5,321 minus the 1174. So that gives us 1,327. So now we have our PIA number. Now to get your actual Social Security benefit, our final step 7 here, we have to adjust that PIA based on your claiming age. If you claim before full retirement age, you're going to receive a reduced benefit. Let's say if full retirement age is 67, you claim at 62, you're going to get 70% of your PIA amount. You claim at full retirement age, you're going to get 100. And if you delay all the way to 70, if your full retirement age was 67, you'd get 124% of the benefit. And just like that, you've calculated your own Social Security benefit. Now, within that spreadsheet, here's what I like. This is kind of the planning opportunities. What happens if we project those future earnings to be higher? What does that do to your benefit? What happens if we remove some years of earnings in the future so you have less, or add some years? What happens if you earn all the way up till age 65 rather than age 67? Hopefully this gives you a great starting point for some of your Social Security planning. I would always appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to my channel and share it with anyone else you think would benefit. Thanks a lot.